Okay, so I'm testing out my little quantum access computer to see how it runs Beware's StepMania 3.9. It's going to automatically run my StepMania 4 build, and I'll just cancel out of that. Let me just show you how it's connected. So I have a HDMI extender. I bought a 6-foot one. I was told not all of them work, so I bought what was recommended and it works. I have the power connected, the USB power right here, and this is just going to my mouse. So those were the only three things I've connected. I installed the files on the micro SD card, which is under the antenna. And alright, it's small enough I could have put it on the internal memory, but it was just easier for me to transfer the files to the SD card. So I also have a Bluetooth keyboard here, so let me cancel out of this. Alright, Control-Alt-Delete didn't work. I'll use my, well, looks like it did something. Alright, I'm just going to use my mouse. Because one problem I have is it does take longer to load the game. Like, my game would have loaded already at home. But, I mean, it's not terrible. It takes about 2 minutes, maybe a minute, maybe I'm exaggerating, to load all 7,000 songs. But it only takes a few seconds on my SSD at home. Close, please. I'm not getting it to close. Alright. So I just opened up Beware's StepMania 3.9. I really need to get this to close. Let me try the keyboard again. I gotta put the phone down or pause it. Got it off. I went to Task Manager and shut it down. So here we go. We're loading DDR Extreme for the first time ever. So it always takes longer the first time because it has to create the cache file. So we'll see how it works. I'll go into the game options and turn on the video where it shows the frame rate, and then I'll use the keyboard to navigate. Normally I would have my dance pad plugged in and that's it, because I would just have it boot the game straight up and be able to play directly. But this is like a baseline test, so it's loading courses already. It's done loading songs. There's not too many songs on this. Only a couple hundred. I gotta turn the speakers on. I have an output from the TV. The audio cable comes out from the TV and goes to the speakers. So I'll turn that on.
Dance Revolution.
Alright, so it does look like it's in 1080p, which is, I can't really tell though.
The All Dance Dance Revolution.
First thing I do is let's change it to
Dance Dance Revolution.
home mode so we get all the options. That was just F3 and then 1. So appearance options. Background. Where is it? %90 is really bright. I'm changing it to 40. Alright, graphic options. Yeah, see, it's only 640. I don't even see 1080p. So let's turn everything to the highest. And show stats, yes. So up in the corner, it's at 60 frames per second. And it looks terrible, so it's too stretched out. I'll change it to 1024.
Dance Dance Revolution.
We'll change it back to free play mode. There we go.
Dance Dance Revolution.
So the frame rate looks good. It's at 60.
Heavy mode. Select music. Select options. First stage.
So I'm just playing with my keyboard right now. It's running at 60 frames per second still.
Good, good. Keep on going. 100 combo. You're not an ordinary thug. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
So it stayed at 60 the whole time. It didn't drop any frames, and it looked pretty good. I kind of think it was a little bit. So now it's staying at, now it's 59, but it was 60 throughout the whole song.
Select music.
So it works. It works good. I think the reason why I said it was a little sketchy, it has to do with the video rendering thing. I'd have to change it to D3D, I think. So that's like an advanced option. So I'll play around with it, but it works perfectly good. I would recommend it. And this is just on this little tiny computer. And instead of plugging in the mouse, I could have plugged my dance pad straight in and use the keyboard to map it. Honestly, it needs more USB ports. It only has one. It has a micro USB for power, a full-size USB here, and a micro USB on the other side. So that's all you have to play with. You could add in like a USB hub to add more devices, and I have several of those. So if you need to plug in like a keyboard and a mouse and your dance pad and something else, usually the USB hubs have four ports on them. So but yeah, it worked good. So check it out, Henry. Bye.